Guys, so before we kick this video off, I want to say about the giveaway truck here. So I didn't get a chance to deliver it last weekend because it was actually snowing, and the guy who won the truck, his wife or girlfriend is actually pregnant. So for me to take the gamble, you guys all know my truck doesn't do very well in the weather. It wasn't worth the gamble for me to drive down there 4 hours in the snow. I wasn't sure how much snow or anything we were going to get. I didn't want to take the gamble, so him and I have talked it over, and we are going to reschedule the delivery for this truck. So don't jump in the comments you didn't deliver the truck yet, because obviously we have plans to deliver it, and it will be happening very, very soon. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and kick off the video of the Lyft giveaway for the Rough Country Lyft kit. Alrighty, boys and girls, we are back for yet another video here. Again, I got to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of this video, which is Rough Country Suspension Lift. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, head on over there now. It's SendIt_Steve. I basically put up a post saying that we were going to give away a 3.5-inch Rough Country lift similar to the Jeep that we have here, lift kit, and I basically said JK because most people don't have JLs. So we decided, let's give this lift kit away. So the lift kit has actually arrived. One of the things I wanted to note, and this is going to be this video, and then tomorrow you'll see the video for the install video on what we have here is the original shock that Rough Country comes in. This is the lift kit for the guy's Jeep who won. So Jacob, congratulations. These are the ones that are going to go onto Jacob's truck here. As you can tell, it's a good, solid, sturdy shock. I did want to give one mention here that I did purchase the upgraded ones. Now, keep in mind, guys, my Jeep is a JL, and this Jeep is a JK. So the ends are going to be different. You're going to see that. But I went ahead, and Rough Country went with me and decided, let's do upgraded shocks on my Jeep because, well, they were sending these and everything for the other one. So we ended up jumping in here and getting the... I think my other GoPro keeps beeping here. I'm sorry. Definitely keeps beeping. All right, back to it. I'm sorry. See, this is real and uncut footage, guys, but we went ahead and we got the upgraded monotube shock absorbers for the 2019 that we have here. So one of the tests that I want to show is I'm kneeling down, so I'm not putting a lot of pressure. You can push down on it, and I mean, it is a solid shock absorber. Great piece. I'm not knocking the pieces or anything, but Rough Country wanted me to shout out their monotube shocks here. Now, when you take this shock here and you want to go ahead and push this one down, I mean, you can see, I mean, I'm shaking, and I'm not exaggerating, guys. I'm going to actually put this down, and hopefully you guys can see it. I will back up here. I can put almost all of my weight on this thing to get this thing to go down. So it is a huge shock upgrade. So if you guys are in the market and searching for a Rough Country lift, I would go ahead and spend the extra money on a monotube shock because number one, they just look way cooler, and number two, the actual, you know, resistance that it takes to push that down is insane. So install the entire lift kit on our Jeep JK winner Jacobs. Like Saturday, if you could bring along Saturday, you can be in the chamber or whatever you guys want to be on, you can be on. So we actually have Jacob's Jeep here, which if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, now's the time to do it. It's SendIt_Steve. Rough Country and I actually offered a free lift kit to a subscriber as long as they follow a few easy rules. Follow Rough Country and, you know, be a follower of me, and, you know, you get a chance to win a free lift kit. So as you guys do know, I do have the 3.5-inch lift kit on my Jeep, which is out there. I'm not sure if you can see it. So that is exactly what we're doing here. He already has a decent tire under it right now. He has a Hankook Dynapro, which is an actual pretty good tire. So it should look good. It's a little bit larger than factory, but we're gonna go ahead and install the lift kit for free, everything like that. He literally has to pay for nothing. He dropped it off here last night. Today's the day we're going to get it installed, and we're going to move forward. So I'm going to take some measurements here. You'll be able to see what the ground clearance is from the running boards, and then we'll do the step here. We'll do front bumper. We'll take some measurements, and you guys will know exactly how much taller this thing is when we're done. So my buddy Chandler's over here. He's going to help out. We've obviously got all the kids over here, so they've got pizza. They've got the supplies that they need for us to do this. So let's get started, and we'll take our measurements first. So we're going to measure this at, we're going to call that 35 5/8 right to the bottom of the fender here on the front. Let's go ahead over here to the back. Center of the wheel. Yeah. and we're gonna call that about 36¼ inches. So, or 36⅛, I'm sorry. So there's our measurements for the, I'm not gonna do the side, I'm not gonna do the steps and all that. That's pretty much all you guys really need. So we're gonna go ahead and start. I think Chandler's gonna do the rear, I'm gonna do the front, or vice versa, I don't know. You'll see, but we're gonna see if we can't knock this thing out in an hour.
Yeah, I think we can do it.
I think we can do it, because we literally just did mine, my lift kit, and it took about 2.5 hours. So I think between the two of us, we can get it done.
Yeah, now we have 4 jack stands. So.
Definitely. All right, well, let's roll the time lapse. Up front here, we've already got the coil spring in, like you guys see in the video. Chandler's been working on the front here. So we got the coil spring in the front. I went ahead, I've got the shocks out and the coil spring in the rear here. Now it's basically time to reassemble. We'll do this side at a time, get this side up in place and bolted where it needs to be. We have our drop brackets for our brake lines and everything. So we'll put all that stuff in. You can see the sway bar is loose and everything. And then we'll go ahead and put everything back up. So we're making great progress. We're probably a little over 45 minutes into it now at this point. 2 people working on it definitely makes a huge help advantage and everything. So let's just keep plugging and chugging and get it back together. All right, so in the back here, it obviously gives you a drop bracket or a raised bracket for the trailing arm here. So we got that in there. There's a shim that you put in the center so that it doesn't actually smash or pinch the bottom here. It obviously bolts in here. So we got the back all ready to go. We just have to raise it up, and then we got our shocks here that we are gonna toss in here. I do have a upgrade video for my Jeep that you will see after this one. My Jeep had these shocks, and we actually are doing upgraded ones thanks to Rough Country. So stay tuned for that. I think Chandler is moving along very nicely in the front. I think he already has his shocks. Alrighty guys, so we have all his parts here that we are going to go ahead and give back to him in case he ever wants to return this to stock. But we got the wheels on it. Let's get over to the other side and do some measurements. Alrighty, well, as you guys can tell, whoopsie. Alrighty, as you guys can tell, we have got the lift kit on. The wheels and everything are back on, and this thing looks absolutely incredible. So in the front here, we're gonna go ahead and call that 39⅛ inches in the front. So that's up about 3 inches, I believe it was. I don't remember the measurements. I'll probably have that like written on the screen somewhere. And now in the rear, when you come back here, we are measuring right at about 38¼ so definitely a huge transformation. And honestly, doing a 3.5 inch lift with these wheels and tires being that they are a little bit upgraded, it actually doesn't look that bad. Like, you can't really notice a huge difference. You can definitely tell it's taller, but it doesn't look awkward or gaudy or weird or like that over there. Well, I can't wait to get it back to him. So again, huge thank you to Chandler. Definitely follow him out. I got his information on the screen here. I don't know if it's up here or down here. I don't know how to do it, but yeah, it's around. So definitely check him out. Huge appreciation, definitely. But there you guys have it. I'm going to pick back up on the video when Jacob and his family are here to pick it up, which will actually be 2 days from now. So we'll see you guys then. Alrighty guys, well, I'm actually back here. It is actually the next day. It's definitely super crappy weather. It's been raining kind of all night and all day, as you can tell. The Jeep is soaking wet, but we got Jacob's Jeep in here. His family will actually be here in a minute. I already have a GoPro set up in there to kind of catch the reaction. Plus, I don't really like having a GoPro like shining right in someone's face. So that kind of gives it like their own free like roaming and everything. Now, keep in mind, guys, still, you know, a little bit oversized tires, but it is still a stock tire, stock wheel and everything like that. With a good tire and a good wheel under this thing, it would look absolutely killer. So I can't wait to see the reaction. I hope they're excited. And, you know, hopefully Rough Country and I will be able to do this again for maybe somebody else. So I'll get in touch with Rough Country. We'll talk it over, and see if we can't do this again. So we're sitting here waiting for Jacob and his family to arrive, and then well, we'll hopefully get a good reaction out of him. Hopefully they like it. Got our GoPro set up. Obviously it's going to be a little hard to get like a real good reaction of the size comparison because it's in here next to the Bruce, but we're going to set a GoPro up here, and when they get here we'll hopefully get the reaction out of it. Hopefully they enjoy it. Wish I kind of had somebody here to drive it out, but that's all right. And that's 35. Right. I probably wouldn't put a 30. I mean, it don't look bad with 35, but I think you can be able to get away from a 33 to make it like a perfect drive. Yeah, like, and that's what this is. This is never gonna see all. I just actually upgraded the shocks and everything on that only because I did this for rough country, and that was like my payment. You know what I mean? They gave me upgraded shocks on my Jeep, you know, for doing basically the later end of it. Yeah, so. Like, you'll see your video first, and then you'll see I tear this apart, and I do yours. So, like, your shocks, they sent me both of them. So I didn't post about it yet because I'm still trying to. I want to do your video before I do my video, but like that's the upgraded shock there, and then that's the shock that goes on yours, and then that's the factory. So like, yeah, this is actually a factory shock for. You can tell. See how like mine has like a through bolt to it. Like yours is actually like, see how the top is actually like a bolt that goes up. Yeah. Like you'll be able to see yours are in the back. I'll pull it out here real quick. Okay. Yeah. Like your shocks and my shocks are completely different on like my Jeep and your Jeep. So like in the rear, these are yours in the rear. Yeah. So yours actually has two bolts that just bolt up in, and then one on the bottom. Mine is basically, this isn't in there, so mine's like a through bolt on the front and the rear. Now the front of yours is that, so this goes up through your perch, and then this bolts down, like those two go up through, and then this sits on top of the metal, and then obviously you tighten it down. So we just gotta go over all the bolts and everything, so it's not a big deal or anything. It just, they recommend it, and it not being mine, I gotta do it. Right. I don't want, you know what I mean? I don't want you to drive it 1,000 miles from now. One of the bolts didn't seat properly or something.
One thing I thought about with this lifting put on, does that also level it out? Because
yeah.
There's always like that initial.
Yep.
break.
Yeah, it should. Like if you see it now.
It kind of looks like it.
Yeah,
but I
you
wanted
see
to
it
like.
now. Like when I did the measurements, you can see it. Now this whole thing will settle then too. So the front, since it has more weight over it, it'll settle down about a ½ inch. So when you see the video of the measurements and everything, it's gonna look like it's a ½ inch taller in the front. So like sitting flat, it's a little bit taller, but it's because the springs are brand new. They don't have time to settle down in. So over driving periods of time, it'll settle down, and then it should look absolutely perfectly flat. Like, you can see it's a little nose high. I mean, it's not hard to tell like from the level, but it's a little nose high. That's just gotta settle down. The rear, so there's no weight back there, so that's probably not gonna settle anymore unless you plan on putting like sandbags or anything. But they designed the Lyft for that already. They know there's more weight up front. You get more travel out of the front than the rear, so they designed that spring to be, you know, it compensates for the drive. But it definitely makes a huge difference, and it's only a 3.5 or so. Right, well, there goes Jacob and his father. Awesome people. Glad we got to talk. I kind of explained to them, you know, some different things and what they should do with wheels and tire combo. Again, I want to give a huge shout out. I know I said it probably 5 times in this video to Rough Country. They obviously sponsored the lift kit on that truck there. So congratulations, Jacob and family. I hope you guys enjoy it. So there you guys have it. We're gonna go ahead and end it there. I know everybody loves seeing the Bruce, so we'll talk about it with Bruce in the background here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram because we do giveaways like this on Instagram. That was completely free. They paid $0, no labor, care of it all. He's gonna come back in a few weeks to have me retorque everything just because that's what you wanna do on a lift kit and wheels when you do stuff like that. So he's gonna come back, everything's free. He doesn't have to worry about anything. There you guys have it. If you like the content, please smash that like button, please subscribe. And I'm gonna take this phone call. Have a great one, guys.